Hello everyone, and welcome back to Journey with Char on this lovely Saturday morning. I am so excited because I discovered something this week. I made a friend a orange juice cake. I should have videotaped it, but I will be making another one for another birthday. It was a trial cake, and it turned out absolutely amazing, and I will be doing that cake soon so you all can see how to go about doing it. She said it was absolutely delicious. I didn't even taste it because I'm off sugar this week, but she said it was amazing. But anyway, so I had leftover sugar and orange juice and orange peel, and I decided to do a simple syrup, and I added some fresh squeezed lemon juice, and you all, this is what I got from it. I'm gonna open this so you can see. Y'all, please excuse the dog downstairs. And this is what it came down to, okay? It reduced to this beautiful, simple syrup. And I have to show you what I did. And I'm always trying to find ways. I am not a big fan of soda, but periodically, sometimes I like maybe a lemonade or limeade or lemonade, and sometimes I want that bubbly, okay? So what I did is I grabbed one of these Waterloo, and it can be whichever kind of sparkling water brand you like. This is the Waterloo brand, and I love it because it has that hint of passion fruit. Flavor is so delicious. Of course, it has no sugar or anything in this spring water, in the sparkling water. We all know it just has no sugar in it. But I said to myself, you know what, let me try that, because it's a lot goes into soda, y'all, and sometimes you just don't want all of that. But I said, maybe if you just take a cup of this, put it in the water, and this is what I tried, and I just took one little spoonful like this and mixed it, and you all, it gave it just enough sweetness. Now it's up to you. You can do 2 scoops depending on how much sweetness you want added to your beverage. It's up to you. Or you can even make just a beautiful tall pitcher of some type of limeade, orange, aid, because you might as well say this is orange aid, and you can add sparkling water to it, and you can also add some pineapple juice if you want, and just make a nice beverage for everyone to share, and you can taste it along the way to see what level of sweetness you want. But this is just amazing, you all. So I'm going to show you how I did this. You will not use this all, like, you will not be just pouring. I use just one nice little scoop like that. I just want a little bit more extra hint of sweetness, and I'm good to go. All right, so let me show you how I did it. First, we're going to set this to a side. This is 2 cups of sugar because I'm making a larger amount. I did it with 1 cup of sugar. So we're going to get 2 cups of sugar. We're going to extract juice from these beautiful oranges. But first, and these are organic oranges, you all. It's very important so that you don't have pesticides and all that stuff. But just for extra comfort, I did get the fruit and vegetable wash from Trader Joe's. So I'm going to go ahead on over here and wash these thoroughly, and then we'll be able to start zesting the outside to get that very beautiful zest aroma from these oranges. Okay, so stay tuned. Let's move to the next step. Let's start off just by rinsing the oranges. I'm just going to show you how I do one. And I also use these on my eggs too, before I use my eggs, because there's so much, we don't know how much of the travel. And I just like to clean my eggs with this as well, okay? And it works excellent with the fruit vegetable wash before I use them in any recipe. Because once you crack those eggs, you don't know what germs are on the outside. So this is really good in cleaning your eggs, okay? We're going to just clean that thoroughly. You can even use a brush if you want. And I even like to get a clean towel and just go over that skin. This is a clean towel. Alright, so I'm going to finish up the rest of these, and then we can get to going. Stay tuned. All right, you all, so this is my new zester. These are cleaned oranges that we have here. We have the sugar set aside because I'm going to take the zest and infuse the sugar and let that sit for a little about, just rub it together so that the aroma and the oils of the zest really will infuse the sugar. Okay, so you can use any kind of sugar you want. This is just your regular cane sugar because I am not the only one that's going to be trying this, because this recipe that you can use it for drinks. You can also use it for recipes in like some orange chicken or something like that, which will also be delicious. So it's amazing. And I'm not the first one, y'all, but this is what I discovered for myself. But I've seen other people make this sugar syrup, and it is amazing, especially when you want to know where you want to control the amount of sugar in your drinks or your food. You can just use just a little bit just to give it enough of that nice orange, zesty, lemony flavor, and you're good to go. Okay, so this is the new zester that I got from IKEA. It comes with a little cover to keep you protected. We're going to set that to a side, and we're going to start zesting some of these oranges. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do one, how it works, and then I'll get going with the rest. Stay tuned. So let's get going. We just want to get just that orange part. We do not want that to get where it's the white. So I'm going to go ahead on. Oh, y'all, right away. Of course, you smell the zest of the oranges. And you want to move around as you're doing it so that you don't get any of that white part. You just want to stay. See how that's getting that off? You just want to stay on the skin. Works excellent. And also we're going to extract the juices, because that's going to be also the flavor that's going to be in this. Okay, so that's one. We're doing pretty good. This zester works pretty good, you all. IKEA. We want to make sure we go around and we get all of that beautiful orange zest off of there. You all, look how much zest I got from these 4 medium-sized oranges. Okay, and there is still a lot that I'm going to try to get out of there, but just to give you an idea of what I'm going to do next with this, as you can see, the oils are in there infusing. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to take this zest and just drop it in this sugar, just like so. Okay, look at those beautiful oils. You can even make marmalades, y'all. You can do all kinds of things. I'm even going to put some sugar in here. I want all of that zest. So now what we do, I'm just showing you with one hand because mommy's doing something. Okay, mommy is helping me here. So we're going to take this, and you're just going to, you usually will put it in between your hands like that. You don't want to lose any sugar, and you just want to keep squeezing it until that oil infuses and it turns the color of the sugar. As you can see, that sugar, look at the way those beautiful orange zest is infused in that sugar. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to let this sit. I'm going to let it sit for about 30 minutes, you all, just to let it really get good. In the meantime, I'm going to squeeze these delicious oranges, get the juice out. Okay, so stay tuned for that. All right, y'all, so I have a small orange squeezer here. I'm going to put this in a bowl so I can even gather up that leftover zest and oil there. And we're going to just go ahead on and extract the juice from these oranges. And let me tell you, if you can get one of those oranges, I forgot what these oranges are called, but they are real juicy and kind of big. You can get your hands on those. Woo! I've seen them on QVC. If you know which ones I'm talking about, they're from Florida, I believe. Please link the name of the orchard or whatever down below so that I can figure out. But I know I can find it on QVC. And there's so much you can do with these orange peels too, y'all. A lot of things. But anyway, so we're just going to get this out. And look how much juice I'm getting from there. Okay. I'm going to move on to the next one. Get all of that juice out. And I'm going to put this in the measuring cup just to give y'all an idea about how much is being extracted. So that's 2 cups of sugar, okay? So we'll know exactly what's going on. But it's up to you. It's your creation, how much sugar and sweetness and citrus flavor you want. So it's up to you. This is not something that's really like a recipe. It's up to you and how much you want, okay? But we know we do want a lot of that orange juice flavor. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead on and just, I don't even have to open it. I can just cover my hand there and just pour that juice out. And I'm gonna show you all what else I do to make sure. I use a strainer, and see, as you can see, the top still has the seeds. So I'm gonna finish this up, and you all, I'll show you how I strain it just to make sure all of the pulp and make sure no seeds got caught into the juice. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to pour it into a measuring cup so we can get an idea of just how much you can add if you want to know this recipe to the T. Okay, so we're going to go ahead on and pour this in the strainer so it can catch any little pulp or seeds. And mommy's helping me out here. As you can see, it does. All right. And in between strains, I like to get the pulp out so that it doesn't take long for it to extract. Okay, as y'all can see, this is, yeah, you move it around so you can get all of that juice. So we're going to go ahead on and finish this up so we're not boring you. This is the process for the next one. Make sure that when you move it around, it's not coming over so that pulp is getting back into the juice. You want that to be pulp free and seed free. All right, so we have a little bit more. We're going to do this and then we'll move to the next step. Stay tuned. Okay, you all, so if you can see here, that is exactly 1 cup of orange juice, and it smells so good. And this has all of the seeds and the pulp extracted. Now what we're going to do, this is fresh lemon juice. We're going to also do that same thing to add the lemon juice. We're going to do this in a measuring cup so I can see. So we want to pour that lemon juice in there so we'll know exactly that we're doing half a cup. Mommy's going to help me so I can go ahead on, because we don't want the lemon to overpower the orange. We want to keep this orange flavored, but that lemon juice is even going to add more flavor to as well. Now, what I did originally to this recipe, you all, is with that syrup, once it was done, I put it glazed on top of the cake. All right, you all, that is the finished cake. Isn't it beautiful? It is lovely, and we did that with the Pioneer Woman. There we go. It's beautiful. So there we go. That's what it looks like. Put a glaze. I brushed just a little bit all over the cake. Oh, it was such a delightful flavor, she said, on the outside. And I was really happy to hear that. Okay, so this is the pulp from the lemon. We're getting that. And sometimes you can even use a back of the spoon just to make sure you're getting everything out. And I think we're good here. And now this is where we're at. So we're at almost 1.5. If you want to, I can add a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna, just to get to 1.5, I'm gonna add a little bit more lemon juice. Let's see where we're at. Okay, let's see where we're at. A little bit more. That brings me just at 1.5. Okay, so we have 2 cups of sugar, a zest from 4 oranges. I didn't measure that, but zest from 4 oranges. And we have 1 cup of orange juice, fresh squeeze, and a ½ cup of lemon juice. Okay, and that is all done, you all. Now the next step, we're going to take this over to the stove. I'm going to transport this sugar into my helper bowl here with the spout, and then we're going to go over to the stove. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, you all, so I have this sugar in here. Look how the oils has infused the sugar. You have those beautiful orange zest. Even if you wanted to add lemon zest to this, you could if you want. You all, the smell, I wish I could do smell-o-vision. Amazing. So now we're going to go over to the stove, and all you're going to do is add the sugar and the orange juice, but you are going to have to add water to break up the sweetness. Okay, all right, you all, we're going to add the sugar in here. Get all of that sugar out. I am an orange marmalade fan too. We're going to add the juice to this as well. All right, and the oven is on, of course. And we're going to stir. The stove is on, of course. Thank you, Mommy. And we're just going to stir that And make sure that all gets infused together. Okay, you don't have to add anything else in here. Just beautiful. Oh, that smells so good. All right, so I have a couple of bottled waters, whatever bottled water, or you can even use your sink. You can even use your sink water. It's up to you if it is, what is that? Filtered. If it's filtered sink water, you can use that too as well. So this is a 16-ounce cup of water, which will give me a little over 2 cups of water. So y'all, we can't just do the sugar and the orange juice. That will be a hot mess, right? Way too sweet. So we have to add 2 cups of water. And what I do, I let this come down, and it's going to come to a syrup, you all. We want to get it to where it starts getting that nice syrup consistency. So you're going to have to come and stir it every blue moon. I mean, you know, keep your eye on it and stir it. All right, you all, so this is where we're at. It's not boiling yet, but it is getting very hot. Now at this point, if you want, you can decide on if this is too sweet for you. All you got to do is go in here, take a little bit off that spoon like that, okay, and taste it. Oh, I think this is perfect for me and what I know that my family would love, and to bring it down to a nice consistency. You may say, whoa, that's way too sweet. And you can add a little bit of water and taste it. And then once it gets to that sweetness you like, let it finish coming down to a nice simple syrup, okay? So this is perfect for me. I absolutely love where it's at right now, and I'm not going to add anything else to it. All right, so it's coming together, you all. Stir periodically and check on it. And sometimes you have little stuff that gathers around here, and if you see a film that comes on top, if that bothers you, you can get a spoon and just scrape it off and put it in. But I just stir it and it doesn't do anything. I never scrape it off, but that may bother you, and you can take it off. Okay, so stir, 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 and now we're gonna let that sit for a little bit, and I'm gonna walk away. In the meantime, let me show you what I did with my syrup that I made the other day. So I transferred this lovely syrup into this container, and like I said, this is great to give away as gifts, and you let people know that this is good for drinks if they want to have a beverage with the sparkling water. It's great for dishes. I'm talking about savory dishes, like if you want to do some orange chicken. It's great for baking. Perfect for that. And at the top of your biscuits or your scones, like I said, you can just put a little bit of this on top. Just brush it, one stroke, and you're good to go, like I did on the cake. And it gives it a nice flavor. But you all, look at that. I'm so proud of this. All right, you all, let's check on it now. All right, so I turned it up just a little bit. As you can see, it's boiling just a tiny bit. Once it gets to where it's boiling, I'm gonna turn it back down a little bit, okay, as you can see. But as you can see, it's not a lot of foam on top, and I haven't taken anything off. But let me show you, if that foam bothers you and you're just like, you know, I really don't, it's not that much, okay? It's really not. It doesn't bother me at all. But it's up to you, okay, depending on how much foam you have. That is just orange flavor to me. I just, unless it's like where you didn't strain it good enough and you see texture, then you can be concerned about it. Okay, so I'm gonna stir this again. It's getting a little thicker. And let me suggest, this is not something that you need to do quick because you got some friends coming over and you're like, oh my God, I want to try, you know, a new drink, or add some flavor to the seltzer water, you know, whatever. This is something you need to do when you're baking something in the kitchen for a while, so that you can come back and just stir it and just let it cook. You don't want this to go real quick. It's a process, okay? So if you're cleaning in your kitchen, you can do this ahead of time, and just while you're in the kitchen cooking up vegetables, doing a recipe, baking, and you're in there, this is just on the stove, and you come over and you just stir it and let it do its thing, okay? So I just want to let you know that I am a slow and low girl, low and slow. I like to take my time and do, you know, recipes, because I think it's delicious when it goes through those steps, okay? Some of you may say, girl, I ain't got patience for that. That's what Fanta is for. By all means, honey, go get Fanta. And who else is that? Orange soda. Who else is the orange soda? Crush. Go get your Fanta and Crush, child, if this is too much for you. All right, but this is more for those of you who want to control the sugar in your soda, and also for other recipes as well, okay? As you can see, it's not a lot of foam, but it's getting there with the boiling. And once it gets where it's at a wrapping boil, I'm going to turn it down, okay? I started off low and slow, medium to low, and then I got it to where I moved it up to a 6 on my stove, okay? So it's getting to that little boil. When it gets to rapid boiling, I'm going to bring it back down a little bit more, okay? And let it just finish with the low and slow, okay? So it's a medium to low and slow, all right? So look at that, y'all. Deliciousness. Deliciousness. All right, stay tuned. All right, so we're coming to a good boil here. You see, that is the zest of the lemon. I mean, the zest of the orange. I'm not getting rid of that. That is what's going to make this delicious. So just go, if you are worried about this, you can take that off. You can do that. I'm not concerned. To me, it's flavor. Okay? And so we're just going to stir that. It's almost coming to a rapid boil. I like to go around the edges of the pot and just make sure I'm getting all of that included into the stir. And I like to go back and forth, okay, just like so. All right, just let it go back and forth. So let that come to a rapid boil, then we're going to turn it down. All right, stay tuned. All right, you all, so there we go. Rapid boil. As you can see, the zest has gathered all around the edges. We want to distribute that zest. That's why you keep stirring. And now you see it's getting a tiny bit thicker. It's shrunk a little bit. It was up there. As you can see the line where it was before, it's coming down. So now what we're going to do, let me get you cleared. Now what we're going to do is turn this down to medium low and just let it cook and just keep your eye on it. All right, stay tuned. All right, you all, we're almost halfway there. Ooh, it looks beautiful. Y'all, it's just reducing. And oh, that is gonna be delicious. Okay, we're almost done. Maybe about another 20 minutes. Mama, what time is it? This takes a while. This is not a short process, but it's not an overwhelmingly long process either. Okay, as you all can see right here too, very important, you don't see the foam anymore like you did before. So it's coming down to where it's getting close to that syrupy. All right, and so we're going to stir it just so that you can see. We are almost done, you all, and then we're just going to pour this and let it just sit. Look at that rich color. So that's what you want to get it to, where that color is just rich. Ooh, so good, y'all. Let me taste it where it's at. That orange is just amazing. You can taste a little bit of lemon. I like the combination of orange and lemon together. Now you could just do lemon if that's what you want. And like I said, if you want to reduce the sugar in this recipe, by all means, please do so. Taste it, and wherever it is at your satisfaction, and you can move on from there and just go ahead on and do the boil process. Okay, so you don't have to do the amount of sugar that I did. All right, you can do a lower amount, but like I said, this is just to be used on recipes little at a time, or you can just put this on a cake or desserts. You can use it for savory dishes to give a nice flavor. I mean, you can do this all kinds of ways. All right, you all, so we are coming to a very close in. So I'm going to take this knife, this spoon. That is such a man. You must do this, y'all. All right, stay tuned. Maybe about 3 more minutes and we're done. I'm going to go ahead on and transfer it to a glass. This is the glass that I'm going to be using. I like to cycle these glasses. I steam them. This is the Bon Maman brand. I steam them to clean them and the tops. And this one's ready to go. So we're going to pour that inside. And like I told you before, this is the one that I did the other day, as you can see. And I'm going to show you today how we make this into a nice beverage, okay? All right, you all, so we are about finished. So I'm going to turn this off completely. And I'm going to let it cool down a little bit, just a little bit. I'm going to turn that off. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add it. Y'all see how it's thickening right there? And you can even see from the inside of the bowl. So now what we're going to do, take this beautiful pot of amber. And we're going to pour it into this lovely cup because I want you to see how much it rendered. Okay? Beautiful. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Alright, you all, so it is done. Look how it's already thickening as it hits the air. Almost 2 cups. As y'all can see right there. It's like, what, 1 2/3 cup? So, it's just beautiful. And it is at the perfect consistency. We're going to stir that so you can see. Just look how gorgeous that is. That is just lovely. It's just beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's pretty.
It's almost there. Yeah, and I could use one of these. They're clean. We steam these.
Put the syrup in.
I'm going to go ahead on.
The syrup too.
Well, this wouldn't be syrup because we would have to dilute it.
Of course.
But it's beautiful.
But it took it, huh?
Yeah, it took it. And I can put the rest of this in there. Yay! Solution done. Alright, we're going to get all that too. Okay, but look how beautiful that looks. I'm going to go ahead on and close this. And let it cool off, you all. Look how beautiful that looks. Gorgeous. Alright, you all. So now I'm going to show you how I bring this drink together, okay? And then we're going to go to the ending of this video. Move it back to the ending. And this has been in the fridge, okay? So we already have a tablespoon. This is for Joshua. He likes his a little sweeter. So I'm going to bring a little bit more. And we're going to slide it on into there. So you can see what that looks like in the inside. Okay, and you will want to get a stir, okay? All right, so now we have the cold Waterloo. All right, and we're going to go ahead on and pour that. We're going to go ahead on and pour that beverage in, just like so. It looks beautiful. Look how lovely that looks. And then what we're going to do, here Joshua, we're going to take it and just stir it rapidly. And you would want to probably use a stir, okay? As you can see, it's really beautiful, you guys. And that is that zest down there. Oh, it's just wonderful, okay? And then we're going to take that out, set that to a side, and all you have to do is add that cute little orange. And that is a nice beverage. Go ahead on and taste it, Joshua. Let me know how that tastes.
Perfect.
Is it perfect? So Joshua says that this is perfect. And I'm just going to put the orange back on that. But this is his finished drink. So that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like, you guys. Just get it stirred. Keep stirring, stirring, stirring. And it does change the color. And it's just the perfect little amount of drink. All right, nice taste. A nice little sparkling water with a little couple of tablespoons. It depends on if you want 1 or 2. And it's a nice treat. All right, back to the end of the video. All right, you all, this is so funny. But anyway, this is it. Now, this is a different consistency than the other one, isn't it, Mom? This looks like jam. Did she make some jam and didn't realize it? Oh, my goodness. But this is perfect for, I just want you to see the difference. I think I let this one soak a little, cook a little longer. But they're both delightful. That shows you the difference between the colors, as you can see. This one looks more in the consistency of honey, as you can see. And I let that cook down a little longer, so that's probably why. And this one is more in the consistency of jam. Like a nice little smooth jam, but perfect, y'all. It's just beautiful. You can see the orange zest more in here. It's beautiful. Mommy, can you just come taste this? And this was 2 cups of sugar, and this was 1 in, you guys saw the recipe. This lemon juice and orange juice and 2 cups of water. And you see that?
It's nice consistency for a cake too.
Wow, for a cake too, for a filling. Perfect for that. You can even mix this with cream cheese if you want it. Do so many fun things with that. Okay, Mommy's going to taste it. I'm trying to get some of this off. It's like a jam, isn't it?
It almost reminds me of Mother's jelly cake.
Does it? Oh, this would be perfect for a jelly cake. You are so like a Mississippi jelly cake. Ooh, y'all might be having one of those come up. A Mississippi orange jelly cake. She would use apple jelly.
She would.
But, oh my goodness.
Lord,
this is a different
so good.
spoon. Mommy's putting her spoon away, as y'all can hear. We're not double dipping. But look at that. Oh, wow. I absolutely love it. I love it. And like I told them, Mommy, this is completely different. This one's more like a honey. Texture here.
It depends.
So it depends on how long you cook it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it thickens after you.
Yeah. So it's up to you. You can see how I did it on that one. We did it a little over. It was about an hour and
45 minutes. It was about an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was about an hour and 8 minutes, I believe. We started at 10:02 and we stopped at like 11. Was that like 25?
No.
Like 11.
It was 11. We didn't even let it cook for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was about an hour. Yeah, we didn't let it cook.
It was a little over an hour.
It was a little over an hour, you all. So there we go. That's the end consistency. You can do so much stuff with this. If you think it's too sweet when I did it, like I said, add less sugar. You can add more water to it. It's up to you how long you want to cook. It's really up to your decision on what texture you're trying to do. But this is perfect for sweetening some tea, sweetening like I did soda. Sparkling water. Perfect for making a lime, like an orangeade. Perfect for, like I said, savory dishes, and also for baked goods to put on top of scones. Just a nice brush on top of scones, in between cakes, mixed with cream cheese. You can blend this in a filling for a cake. Oh my goodness, so much. And same here. It's wonderful. All right, you all. So thank you so much for tuning in to Journey with Shar. If this is your first time ever seeing my channel and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the notification bell. Every time I upload a new video, it will alert you, and you all can come and check me out and see what I'm doing. I hope you all enjoyed this video making orange syrup, or like orange honey, whatever you want to call it, you all. But I'm just too excited about this. All right, so thank you so much. Leave comments down below. What would you use this for? Right, let me know. What would you use it for? All right, thank you so much for tuning in. You all take care of one another, love one another, be kind to one another, and happy holiday weekend. I'll see you soon. God bless. Stay tuned for more with Journey with Shar. Remember, always trust God, keep him first, and he'll always lead you in the right direction. God bless. Bye-bye.